hit record. I almost forgot until it was chill time. I was about to go post up, you know, just get some of the material I be getting, you know what I'm saying, watching my video, man. And one of my favorite videos on YouTube to watch is First Things First. And I've been watching First Things First since consistently I've been watching First Things First since at least 2020. I'd say 2020. You know what? Maybe even 2021 because I was still watching Undisputed. That was my jant with Skip and Shannon. I was with them first, and then I kind of sensed that them boys were finna start going the other direction while I was peeping in on First Thing First. But I was hanging on to Undisputed, and then they blew up. Everything blew up out of control over there, man. So I was kind of forced into First Things First, and cause it wasn't my preferred show, but them boys won me over. They are the greatest. They are actually, in my opinion, they turned out to be much better. So I was missing out the entire time. I was choosing Undisputed over them. But anyways, Nick Wright, boy, if that was ever a time that I've been fussing at my TV at you for a while, because a lot of people say I hate Kansas City. I don't hate Kansas City. I don't hate the Chiefs. That's not my thing. You know, I just feel that we all reserve the right to heap praise. I feel like they've gotten fortunate over the past few years. The past several years, they've been very fortunate. Um, I won't get into the details of that, but that's just where I stand. But had I had a good feeling about the Dallas game, and I want to give shots out to Wilds because Wilds, prior to that, prior to you with the very compelling argument about Dak's numbers versus Patrick's numbers. And it was at that moment where I had to make a decision on my sheet for that week, last week. What was I going to do? Who was I going to select? And as you can see here, having had to had this sheet turned in by essentially Tuesday night of this past week, last week, because of Kevin Wiles, as you can see here somewhere on the screen, you see Money Mims in the second column there, and you could also see that I selected the Dallas Cowboys. And this was all truly influenced by Kevin Wiles, his opinion and his argument. It was a very compelling argument. I think that once I listened to the argument and I witnessed the extreme pushback on the argument about Patrick being the guy that I'm going to choose in this situation. He's the guy and this, that, and the third. And Patrick played a good game. He did. But you did that to discount. You were discounting the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott. And again, I'm not a fan of Dallas. Just like I'm not a fan of Kansas City. This is totally impartial. You guys ought to listen to Kevin a little more. Hey, Wiles, I got your back, man.